Hi, Genevieve Jacobs from Region Media, and this week's news update comes from Karinya House, where we are taking tea with Sarah Kirkpatrick, who's the Finance and Administration Manager. Now, it's May. That's usually a very important fundraising time for Karinya, which provides services to so many women who are pregnant or have very small children and are in really vulnerable, difficult situations here in Canberra. Sarah, no gala ball this year. No. COVID strikes again, so what's happening?
We're holding our May Day appeal this May. We're combining our Mother's Day appeal with our gala. And this year is a call out for donations from the wider Canberra community.
And I know that's important because around about 30% of Karinya's entire operating budget must come from donations. So though you have government funding, the model of care really is all about having women with 24-hour access to care with a lot of support at this really difficult time in their lives. And it's expensive, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, where people can contact us 24/7 and knowing for them that they can have someone at any time of the day or night on the other end of the line is so important. And just actually spending time with the women that we support. Time is actually so important, especially for these women that are parenting newborns. Just being able to support them and provide just time with them is just so impactful.
Yeah. And look, we've seen over the last difficult year that, of course, there have been a lot of pressures on people who are in vulnerable situations already, a lot of tensions within domestic arrangements. All that obviously impacts on many of the women that come in here to Karinya. But I guess the key point is that the early intervention in that life cycle for the women and for their very young babies or the women who are bringing children into the world, that's just so critical.
Absolutely. Working early on, even when we start working with them in the later stages of their pregnancy, through the birth, and through the first few months is actually critical. Knowing that they have support, knowing that they have someone there that can help them because they literally may not have anyone else in the community. COVID has really shown to us that social isolation has had some pretty great impacts. And we're working with women that are just actually coming out of that, who have been very isolated and are now a little bit tentative about bringing their child out into the world. And so we're having to spend a lot of time with these women, encouraging them to, become part of the greater community again.
And that is the aim, isn't it? That Karinya's a safe place, it's a respite, it's a place to get support and to get a network around you. But what you want ultimately is for these women to be able to go back into the community and to have a safe space to rebuild their lives.
Absolutely. I think one of the most gratifying things that we see is often when we start working with a woman, they have low self-worth, and you just see them blossom when you spend time with them day after day. They really embrace new motherhood, and when they go out and they become part of the community, this very accomplished parenting and the self-worth that you see has just increased so much, and that is just magical to us.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that makes Karinya such a beloved and important part of this community. So the appeal goes throughout the whole month of May. Yes. May is about mothering, it's about Karinya, it's about giving. Yep. How do people donate?
They can go to our website. There's a donation page there. We just ask anybody, no matter how little their donation, we will be grateful for any amount that they can provide.
And I think see it as an investment in the future because, as you're saying, that investment of time and energy at the beginning of a child's life with a mother who's just starting out on her journey is an investment in the future, and that just plays out through that child's entire life. So we are really proud at Region Media, at the Riot Act, of our partnership with Karinya, so we would encourage you all to donate throughout May. Also making news on the website, we are talking about Canberra's ice-cold rentals and how to fix that as winter is upon us. Ian Bushnell's written an editorial about e-scooters, and they've been so enthusiastically embraced, but really they can be a bit of a menace as well. Should we be watching out for e-scooters as the next big drama on our roads? We're also talking about one of the most spectacular tattoos you will ever see. someone has got Queanbeyan in huge letters right across the middle of his back. You can find out why. It's not just the 2620, it's the full Queanbeyan by having a look at the photos on our website and learning why he did it. And we're also talking about the growing number of ACT women on boards, particularly in the often male-dominated property and construction sectors. We've got a weekly and a daily email newsletter that drops into your inbox, so sign up, get involved and join in the great big Canberra conversation that we're having. And please give generously throughout May to the Karinya House May Appeal. I'm Genevieve Jacobs and this is Region Media.